Superman is a symbol of unwavering hope and kindness. He's a hero that believes in forgiveness and second chances. He sees the good in everybody.
Because this time, I won't stop until you're just a greasy smear on my fist. You can do it! Let's go! Cut his fucking head off!
Well, 99% of the time. For all of his goodwill and optimism, even Superman has a breaking point. And that's what I love about this Justice League episode, Twilight. I'm not talking about the vampires.
Tight, Spider Monkey.
This episode is full of rich themes like loneliness, homesickness, societal class, and even generational family trauma. But my favorite message from this episode is if you poke even the nicest bear one too many times, eventually he's gonna rip you apart and blow you up in space. Because what makes Twilight so satisfying isn't that Superman just beats Darkseid, it's everything that's led up to this final showdown throughout the years. For a little background on this episode's plot, the League is visited by Darkseid, who claims he needs help defending his homeworld Apokolips from Superman's other enemy, Brainiac. Superman, of course, susses out the bullshit immediately, but the League agrees to help anyway, and of course, later down the line, it turns out to be exactly what Superman predicted, and it's just a plot to capture and kill him. There's betrayal, manipulation, a lot of very cool sci-fi action, and eventually it all culminates in this final showdown between Superman and Darkseid, while the entire space station they're in is exploding around them. And before I get a little more analytical on the themes of the episode, if you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe this video. It really helps out our smaller channel. But with that being said, let's get into the first theme of this episode, which is Superman and dealing with loneliness. The thing this episode does really well is highlight just how isolated Superman really is, and really most of the Justice League itself. They're all orphans and exiles with a few exceptions. But he's the last son of Krypton. He spent years building a new life on Earth, but he's always carrying the loss of an entire civilization in a home he'll never truly know. And these conflicts with Brainiac always force him to confront that loss. That's the dangling fruit Brainiac always gives him, as he has all of the data and information on his home world. But it always comes at like, I'm gonna blow up the whole galaxy if you want this. So he always has to take the higher road and just never know about his homeworld or his family. He's a man that, while greatly loved by the people and family he's adopted, he's just forever displaced. And speaking of displaced people, this leads us into the B plot of the episode, which is Batman and Wonder Woman seeking aid from Orion, a new god who lives on New Genesis, which is essentially Apokolips's main rival planet. Orion is a perfect reflection of Superman, as he's also an outsider in his world. Being the biological son of Darkseid, he was swapped at birth as a peace treaty between Darkseid and Highfather, his adopted father. So he also despises Darkseid. This episode is really packed with family drama on a cosmic scale. I mean, everyone's just trying to beat Darkseid's ass for something he's done to friends or family along the way. But these two plots finally converge at the greatest moment of the episode, which is Superman's breaking point. It's easily the best aspect of the episode. Darkseid isn't just another villain for Superman to punch up. He's killed his friends. He's constantly threatened his family. He's invaded Earth. He manipulated and brainwashed Superman into attacking Earth and taking it over and destroying his own reputation. He's constantly talking shit. Even when Superman agreed to help in this episode, he's just always prodding him.
Idiot. You're wasting your time. I suppose you have a better idea.
So when Superman finally loses patience, it feels so earned. It's years of pain, guilt, loss, frustration, all these events finally boiling over. I mean, this is a guy who gives Lex Luthor second chances on a daily basis, but this dude has pushed him over the edge so much, he's like, I'm just gonna kill you, man. And that aspect of the story really makes it serve as a fantastic ending to Superman's own animated series that ended before this series began. It's just two of Superman's greatest villains getting an incredible send-off, until they eventually return, as all comic book characters do. But Superman was kind of sidelined in the show's first season. The writers seemed to not really know exactly how to incorporate him, and so he'd always just kind of get hit with a laser and just do nothing for a while. But it's like this episode was kind of his redemption tour, because it really reminds us of why he's such a compelling character. It showcases his heroism, but it also really focuses on his human flaws. For all his power, he still lets grief and rage boil up inside of him. Ultimately, I think Twilight is one of the greatest episodes in this show's run. It just delivers spectacular action. It wraps up major Superman storylines, all while exploring some really mature themes. And that's a strong suit of this show. This show always treated its audience with respect and trusted them to understand, even if they were all children. But most importantly, it gives us one of the best portrayals of Superman in the entire DC universe. He isn't just a symbol of hope here. He's a person carrying years of loss and rage and reacting to it in a very human way. And that's why the ending works so well. It's the one person in the world, in the universe, who always believes in hope and second chances, finally deciding that this villain doesn't deserve either anymore. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Like I said, if you enjoyed this video or any of our other content, please like and subscribe. Comment on stuff you want us to talk about more. Give us your thoughts on Justice League and which episodes are your favorite. And until next time, have a great week.